Welcome back, crafty friends. It's Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al YouTube channel, and it is time for another round of the Oh So Inspired collaboration. And you might be wondering, then what are all these cards in front of you? Well, this month I have been doing a card a day in July series, and my card that I created for today's video is one of those cards. In front of me is every card that I have created so far. If you haven't been following this series, just a heads up that I'm going to be giving away all 31 cards to one lucky subscriber. So go check out card number 6 or day 6's video, and it's going to tell you how you can get entered to win all 31 cards, including the card that I'll be sharing with you today. If you've been joining us each month for Oh So Inspired, you know that we take a pin or a video or just like a blog post and create a project based on the inspiration piece. This month we decided to use a handmade tag as our inspiration. It is kind of a mixed media tag, and the butterflies, they have lots of great dimension. I'll show you a picture now. You can see there that has a lot of inspiration in it, so I know that each of the collaborators who are linked below, and I hope you go check them out, I know that each of them is going to be doing something probably very different. That's the funnest part about this collaboration, seeing what everybody takes to use. But for me, the butterfly tag reminded me of a trip recently. My mom has always wanted to go to Mackinac Island, and we went earlier this summer. My sister-in-law, who is a wonderful lady, planned the trip for us. It was beautiful, by the way. If you ever get a chance to go, please go. It's seriously beautiful. It's nice to not have any cars around. You get to see tons of beautiful horses, and there's lots of history there as well. Well, one of the things we did was go to like a butterfly museum or a butterfly farm. I can't remember what they called it. Guys, like, I do not like flying things, and I know that a butterfly is never gonna hurt me, but there's something about that flying around me that when I am home, like if I'm out mowing or outside and something like a moth or a butterfly comes around, I am like all over with my hands. Well, of course you can't do that when you go in there with those live butterflies. That was like the longest 5 minutes that I've had in a while. I had to keep my hands in my pockets just to do everything I could to keep from swatting those butterflies as they came at me. My mom enjoyed it though. She got beautiful butterflies. They landed on her. My daughter and I just waited out in the lobby or the little gift shop area longer than the rest of my family. Anyway, long story short, that tag reminded me of when you have like an entomologist and they put like, you know, deceased or dead bugs behind glass, and if you've ever seen the butterfly ones, they can just be gorgeous. So I thought I would make a card that kind of reminded me of a butterfly on display, you know, behind glass. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I made, and then I think you'll see where that inspiration came from. Here is my card. So I made my own little display case. I have clear cardstock here behind the floral pattern paper that keeps my butterfly under glass. And the butterfly die cut I use, there's a solid outline and then a detailed inner butterfly. So that detailed butterfly, all I've adhered down is its body, and I folded the wings up. So if you're close to the card like I am, you can see that those wings are pressed up against my glass. Well, any display needs a label. I used a book plate die cut to create these kind of label ends, and instead of a label about the butterfly, I did a sentiment for my card. And to pull out the gold from the floral pattern paper, I did use the gold paper for my sentiment and for my detailed butterfly die cut. So now I'm going to show you how I made this. Before I get started on the process, I wanted to share with you some of the products that I will be using for today's card. If I don't answer something, make sure to leave it in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. First of all, for the die cuts, I have a lot of die cutting that I will be doing for this card. For my butterfly image, I'm going to be using these two shapes from this Spellbinder set. It is pretty old. It's called Wonderful Wings, and it has an outline and a detailed cut for each butterfly. So those are what I'll be using there. I'm going to be using this Hello die, which is also a Spellbinder's die. I have two Sizzix dies. One is from Stampin' Up, and it is the Big's Top Note die. I don't know if you can see what it looks like there. It's an older one from quite a while ago. Not sure if they still sell it, but I just love that shape even to this day. The next one that I use, another old Sizzix, it is called the Book Plates die, and it just has different size book plates on there. I will be using some scraps of paper from the Sweet Blooms paper stack, and it is the stack that I've used for a few days of my Card a Day in July series. I thought it went well with the theme or with the look for today. I will be using, like I said, scraps from that, including the wood grain. I will also be using some gold foil paper scraps, and I have just a scrap of chipboard here that you'll see me use in the video. So let's go ahead and get to it. I wasn't really sure what papers I wanted to use or exactly what I wanted the card to look like. So I went ahead and I pre-cut and pre-prepared some of the items. Here I just have a card. I have put the pink watercolor on the front of that as the background. And then here I have cut that Big's Top Note die out of the blue floral paper from the set, and then I have put some clear cardstock behind that. And on the back I have 2 layers of foam tape. And what I did, I just laid down one layer and then took the blue liner off and laid another one right on top of that. I just wanted that ready to go, and then I was able to figure out what color papers I wanted for my butterfly die cuts and for my sentiment. So that's just something I did ahead of time. If you have any questions, make sure you ask them. I'm going to do the rest of my die cutting first. I will be cutting a copy of the book plate in the chipboard and in the wood grain paper, and I will also be cutting the outline butterfly from that wood grain paper. My detailed butterfly and hello will be cut from that gold paper. Not much, I mean, it's not really cardstock, it's just gold foil paper. Got it at Michael's. And so I'll go do the cutting and then I'll be back. I had mentioned previously when I showed you my card that my idea behind this was like one of those entomologist like butterfly displays where you have the deceased butterfly, the specimen, pinned behind glass. And on that original tag, all of the butterflies had kind of nice curved up wings. So what I'm going to do is figure out where I want my wood butterfly to be. I will adhere that down just completely flat, and then I will only adhere down the center of my gold butterfly and kind of bend the wings up so it has some dimension behind my glass. For my sentiment, it will be here at the bottom, and I liked the way that the book plate kind of looked like a label, like you might see on a display case like that. And my plan is, I'll put that wood grain over it, and then my hello will go in there, but I'm only going to use the edges of the die cut on the actual card, and you'll see what I mean when I get to that. For now, I'm going to adhere some of this together. I'll be using my repositionable Xyron just so if I need a little extra time to get this onto my chipboard book plate, that I can move it around just a little bit. I'm just going to put this down gently in case I need to move it. To adhere the center of my butterfly, I will be using Glue Dot's glue lines. That will go right on top of the outline. And then I'm going to fold those wings up. Now they of course will not be this 3D once they're behind the glass, but I'd rather fold them further than I need to before I go ahead and adhere that down. And when they are flat, you can still see some of the outline of the brown or the silhouette of the butterfly. Now I'm going to cut off each end of the book plate, and I'll do one end first. And then I will take that and put it the other end so I know how far away to cut that so they're uniform. I'm gonna bust out some embellishments that you don't see a lot anymore. I'm gonna get out some brads. I'm gonna be using some dark blue brads. And now I'm going to use my piercing pad and my piercing tool to put some holes right where they are in the book plates. And my card is almost complete. I'm going to take off the blue release paper from the back and adhere this to my card. Oh, and before I forget, the secret word for today, for my Card a Day in July series, is going to be butterfly. If you need to know what that secret word is about, make sure to check out card number 6 in my Card a Day series. I will link that video below and I'll pop it up in the upper right corner now. And there is my butterfly display card. I hope you've enjoyed this little look at how I created my card today. If you did, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to stop by all of the other collaborators' videos. As I mentioned before, they're linked in the description box below. If you enjoyed this card and if you want to get entered into my giveaway, make sure to hit that subscribe button and get notifications. If you're always stopping by and you're a regular viewer and subscriber, thanks again for being here. Until next time, I hope you're having a crafty day. Bye-bye.